Welcome back to my channel Learner's License, and this time around I have brought you a video on how to crack the interview for the position of account manager or a relationship manager in the insurance industry. Right now, this is very similar to the deputy manager or junior manager roles in organizations like ICICI Lombard, HDFC Life Insurance, Digit Insurance, Reliance Insurance, which is now called as Religare, right? So a lot of insurance companies in India will talk about those. This can help you get an entry level role where you will be dealing with various kinds of insurance for various kinds of customers, right? Day in, day out. So how to go about preparing if you have such an interview lined up, you want to get the job and you want to start your career, you want to maybe make a switch into insurance, whatever it is for you. Let's just get cracking and I will let you know. First, the basics. That's what we'll discuss about the insurance industry. Which are the major names? What's the current market trend? What are the benefits, right? And then I can get you started with which all aspects of study to go through before your interview, how to approach this subject, right? And how to view this opportunity, how to better prepare for it, right? So, first and foremost thing, which are the major players in terms of insurance within India, right? So you have some names mentioned on the screen before you: L&T Insurance, Liberty Videocon, Edelweiss, SBI General Insurance, Bajaj Allianz, Digit, Kotak, IFCO Tokyo, HDFC, ICICI Lombard. Number of players are there in the insurance industry, right? Now, insurance, it is not only limited to what you generally hear within your households, right? So it's not only these big companies that are currently in the market. These companies are the actual insurance providing companies, right? But there are also other players in the market. Which are these other players and what do they do, right? So if you see the first company here, which is listed on your screen, which is Digit, it is an insurance company by itself, right? Now, this company Digit, it does not kind of work under the umbrella of any other company. It provides insurance by itself. It has the license to deal in insurance products within India, provided by IRDAI, which is the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, right? So Digit is an insurance company by itself. You see some more names listed below: Plum, Secure Now, Acco, Renew by, CoverFox.com, OnSurety, right? There's also, you might have heard about Policy Bazaar, right? So what do these companies do? So a lot of them are brokers, a lot of them are online facilitators, online aggregators, right? A lot of them also classify themselves as corporate agents, right? So what do each of these terms mean? Broker, very simple, just a middleman between the insurance company and the actual entity which requires insurance, right? Now that entity can be a business customer like a large corporate, a business house, a large organization which needs to provide maybe life or accident insurance for its workforce. Maybe some of its executives are traveling overseas, so they require travel insurance, that kind of a thing, right? Other can be the individual customer, like any Tom, Dick or Harry that you find, right? So any individual person, they may require health insurance for themselves, their family. That is how it is classified, okay? So brokers are already discussed. What are corporate agents? Corporate agents, basically, to put it very simply, they are those agents which basically provide the insurance policies or various options for insurance policies specifically to the entities within the corporate setup, right? You also have online aggregators like Acco. A lot of you might have bought two-wheeler or four-wheeler insurance from them, right? Vehicle insurance. You also have OnSurety, which is another player like Plum. You also have various other entities like Loop Health. You also have Paz Care, and so on and so forth, right? So you can see the various companies here when they were founded. I have not only listed the big names as was shown to you in this previous slide, right? But I've also mentioned some of the startups, some of the new, what they are called, insure tech companies, right? Where insurance, which was traditionally dealt in a more pen and paper mode, right? They are trying to digitize some of the processes, some of the endorsement flows, some of the coverage related support workflows, right? So in the past, if you had to like go to some insurance office and do all the paperwork manually, a lot of these companies now provide solutions where you can digitize a lot of those parts of dealing with insurance, right? So old companies, big insurance providers, as well as startups, both you will find listed here. You will also find what are the funding statuses, who are the investors, what are their key offerings, right? So there can be a policy which is specifically set for COVID, right? As the pandemic wave came, people got more aware that they require an insurance specifically for COVID, right? And insurance a lot of times is driven by fear psychology, right? It is definitely prudent to get insurance, but not every one of us is aware or alert all the time, right? So when a major pandemic happens, it kind of jolts everyone into action, right? Now you also have various custom offerings, like Plum has a 1-day policy setup starting at INR 99, right? So 99 rupees worth of policy coverage, right? That is something that they are offering. Now, are they offering it by themselves? No. They would have tied up with some insurance company like Digit or Religare or ICICI Lombard in the back end, right? They would be setting up one policy, then under that they would be adding one person, 4 people, 5 people, an entire organization, however is the agreement between Plum and that insurance company, and whatever is the requirement of the customer as well, right? You also have various customizable products. Sometimes these insurance or companies or brokers, they consider themselves to be part of the insurance or from a macro view, the health and fitness ecosystem, right? So you have the health, accident, life insurances for the coverage part, and then you also want fitness consultation, medical consultation, medicine delivery, all these kind of health related aspects, right? So some of them provide those services as well. But yeah, coming back to the topic, we are here to discuss insurance. So let's get back into that. Now you have various categories that you will see listed on your screen here. What does the insurance, or more accurately the insurtech startup landscape looking like in India, right? So you have some digital brokers. We already saw ACO there, right? It's a digital insurance underwriter. So who are these underwriters? Underwriters are basically those people who get all the data regarding any entity which requires insurance. So suppose there is a family of 5. They require insurance. So what will the underwriter do? The underwriter will take all of their information. What is the age of each of the family member? What is their medical history? How old are they? What is the life expectancy in that particular country? A lot many factors they would undertake, and then they would provide a premium amount. That premium amount will be what the insurance company will demand in order to cover those family members, like the whole family, right? So that's what underwriters do. They basically study the risk of covering someone. What is the probability that these people might fall sick or may pass away? And based on those factors, they deal in actuarial calculations, right? Actuarials refers to the science of risk management, right? So basically they calculate the risk that the insurance company would expose itself to, and based on that they demand a premium from the customer, which if the customer pays, they will get insurance coverage, right? So their well-being will be protected. You have digital brokers listed here like Policy Bazaar, Paytm Insurance, One Assured, Ditto. A lot of them are there, right? Insurance SaaS, software as a service organizations like Fed, Insured, Vitrea, Discovery, corporate insurance brokers like Nova Benefits, Pascare, Loop, Onsurety, Plum, what I already told about, right? Health clubs like Kenko, Even, which let you take memberships, kind of a subscription based service to insurance, right? Why I'm telling you all this, right? This video is supposed to be about how to prepare for a relationship manager or an account manager job in insurance, right? So why do you need to know all this? The thing is, Being an account manager or a relationship manager or an onboarding manager, no matter what the term is, it is never going to be harmful to you, and it will always serve you for the better if you understand the structure of the insurance industry, understand the players in the insurance industry. Because suppose if you work for a large company like ICICI Lombard, for example, you may be required as part of channel sales to deal with one of these corporate insurance brokers or even the digital brokers, right? So you will have to know what their role is and where they fit into the pipeline inside this whole talk of dealing with insurance, right? On the other hand, if you don't know about what an endorsement is or what a customer support call looks like, right? Or what is underwriting, or how many different kinds of insurances can there be, or who are the major players there, or what is a third party administrator whom we know as a TPA, right? So if you do not delve into these aspects, chances are you might be caught on the back foot once a situation which involves these terms, which involves these situations arises, right? So that's why we are discussing this. Now, again, taking you back to a basic question, why should you even consider working in the insurance industry, right? So basically, what are the benefits of working in this industry? Why should you even opt for it? The world is completely going into the direction of automation, AI, and programming knowledge and customer interactions, right? So why am I even bothering to make this video, right? Well, there are very, very simple but strong reasons here. The first reason is insurance is a stable business, even in a recession, right? No matter if the economy is on the rise or if economy is on the way down, insurance is a necessity, right? There might be cuts here and there in a few sectors, but as a thumb rule, insurance will always be there to stay, right? Your parents would not stop to pay for their health insurance just because the economy is in a recession, right? Now, why I say that? Because the economy goes in a cyclic manner, right? If today there's a boom in economy, there will be a cyclical change and there will be a recession in the times to come. Similarly, if there is a recession, it's bound to grow, it's bound to come out of that downfall, and it will go up to a high. So it happens in a cyclical manner. Now, insurance is such a thing which I already told you, it's driven by the fear psychology, right? So when the economy is down, when market sentiment is negative, when people think that, hey, not more money is going to come to me, they want to protect their interests. So they will go to insurance, whether it's a health insurance, whether it's an accident insurance. Everyone would want to limit their liability. Suppose if a family member of yours, I don't want to wish this upon any of you, God forbid, but if just in case some family member gets to contract a terminal disease, right? Maybe like cancer or any other serious disease, would you open yourself up to that liability? Would that be your preference, right? Or would you rather consider taking an insurance today so that you can protect against such unforeseen events in the future, right? Obviously, all of us would want to go with the second option, right? So insurance is a stable business. It provides stable employments most of the time, even in a recession, even in a downward turned market, right? Second is, why again insurance? Why should you opt for it? So the answer is, insurance is everywhere. Now when I say everywhere, what do I mean? So everything needs to be insured. I can give you several examples. Life insurance, yes, you insure your life. If in the case of any untoward incident, a person loses his life, passes away, life insurance provides them a way to look after their near and dear ones after they have left us, right? So life insurance is there. We also have health insurance, sometimes called as Mediclaim, right? So health insurance again helps us to take care of our health and our family members' health in a better way. You also have the accident insurance in case you are in a road accident, in case you hurt yourself while climbing or coming down from the stairs. that will help you out, right? It will protect you against disability, it will protect you against unemployment due to this injury. So these are very very useful tools, and this is not only limited to your health and well-being. We also purchase insurance for vehicle. We also, like, not only as an umbrella under vehicle, you have vehicle insurance to protect against road accidents, to protect against theft, to protect against unwanted fires. If the vehicle gets burnt up, again, insurance can protect you against all that, right? It can also help you, how you have various other kinds of problems that insurance can help you deal with. You have cybercrime insurance, you can have arson insurance, you can also have a lot many other types of insurance, right? So no matter which sector it is, which aspect of your life it is, if there's a risk, the most obvious way to divert that risk is to go for insurance, right? Now, the third and more pertinent point, that in India, when we talk about this market, the Indian economy, insurance and its knowledge can help you land a government job as well as a private job. We have a lot of public entities like the NIACL, New India Assurance Corporation Limited, the LIC, Life Insurance Corporation, the you also have players like Oriental Insurance, right? General Insurance. So all of these players, if you apply for a job there, it can help you get a good government job. There are openings for assistants within these LIC or NIACL kind of organizations. There are also openings for officer level posts such as administrative officers there, right? So it can also help you get a job there. In terms of the private jobs, what I showed you earlier, you can become a relationship manager or a junior manager in big insurance organizations like Kotak, Digit, Bajaj Allianz, SBI General Insurance. All of these companies hire at the graduate level as well as the postgraduate level, right? So if you are pursuing a BCom or a BTech or an MBA in marketing or any other XYZ degree, the knowledge regarding insurance can definitely help you if such an organization visits your college or your institute, or you get a chance to apply off campus as well, right? You see, there are a lot of insurance startups which are also up and coming. We should know this fact that insurance coverage in India is one of the lowest in the world, right? It is increasing day by day. There is a lot of scope for expanding the business, and all of these companies which I showed you here, they are all very much aware of the fact that there is a lot of potential in the insurance industry, right? So they will do their best, the market will grow, and there will be a lot of opportunity for getting a job, right? So the best thing you can do is be prepared, learn about insurance, study the subject of insurance, and be prepared whenever that opportunity comes up, right? So while discussing insurance, the first thing you should know is the IRDA, right? Or the IRDAI. What does it stand for? It stands for the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. It is a regulatory body. It is a government body that oversees and regulates the insurance industry in India. It was established in 1999 under this act, which is mentioned here, right? And its headquarters located in Hyderabad, Telangana. The objectives: to protect the interest of policyholders. First and foremost, whoever buys insurance, their interest needs to be protected. Sometimes the insurance providing companies, they can be more ambitious. They can put customer well-being at the back foot. So IRDAI has clear-cut mandate to protect the policyholders, the clients, the general public against that, right? It also promotes the development and orderly growth of the insurance industry. How does it do it? So suppose we have various players like these insurance companies, digital brokers, insurance underwriters, corporate insurance brokers, right? So each of them are working for some incentive, right? Now IRDAI has the power to cap that incentive, right? It can cap it at 7.5%. So if you are paying 1 lakh rupees for your policy, maybe the middleman or the broker who's facilitating that policy, who's communicating between you and the insurance underwriter, his income can be capped at 7.5%, right? So 7,500 rupees is the only thing that he'll get by selling you that policy. It helps to be competitive in the market. It helps to protect customer interest as well, because if a middleman takes more commission, chances are that your prices for buying that particular insurance policy will also go up, right? IRDAI also ensures the financial stability of insurance companies and regulates the conduct of insurance business in India. What does it mean by financial stability? Suppose there is a company like, suppose XYZ Insurance, right? And they have covered people where the total liability for covering a certain number of people for that company comes out to be, suppose, 50 crore rupees, right? Now, if all of those people undergo a calamity or a bad incident at the same time, right, they will all come and claim on that insurance company at the same time, right? Now, it is important that if the total exposure, total liability of that insurance company at any given point of time is 50 crores maximum, it should always have that much amount of funds so that it does not go bust, so that the customer interest is not hurt, right? Therefore, IRDAI ensures the financial stability of insurance companies by having them maintain certain funds, certain financial regulations, certain customer-centric, good policies, good governance. That is also the objective of IRDAI, right? Consumer protection, it ensures the norms and guidelines to ensure fair treatment of policyholders. What does it mean? It can mean various things. It means that you have to be informed as a customer. You must be informed by the insurance company regarding the policy that you are being sold. They need to tell you all the terms and conditions, all the fine print. They need to provide you the policy document within a certain time. They need to provide you with a free lookup period. What is a free lookup period? Basically, it is that amount of time from the day that you receive the insurance policy, within which you can change your mind, cancel the policy, and get a refund, right? Very important to understand, no matter which type of insurance you are going for, the moment you make the payment, that is the time from which your coverage will start, right? So if you have paid your insurance premium today, but you talk to the insurance agent 5 days ago about starting your policy, you will be covered from today, right? When the money has been credited to the insurance company's accounts, from that moment only, they will be mandated or obliged to give you insurance coverage, not before that. Please keep that in mind, right? Now, it also the IRDAI, it also resolves disputes between insurers and policyholders. Any sort of a misunderstanding, any sort of a conflict, they can approach IRDAI, and it will help against unfair practices or mis-selling of insurance products, or simply arbitrating in case of any conflicts, right? It is also providing intermediary regulation. So it sets the eligibility criterias, conducts examinations, and issues licenses to intermediaries. So you saw, first of all, to be an insurance underwriter or a large insurance company like Digit or Religare or Max Life Insurance or Niva Bupa Life Insurance, right? You have to get a license from IRDAI. So not only these big companies, but also these digital brokers, the corporate insurance brokers, all of them need a license from IRDAI. They must have the right paperwork. That is also one function of the IRDAI, right? Now it also monitors the conduct of these organizations and takes action against any misconduct, right? What can be the misconduct? Suppose you bought an insurance policy, but you never got the actual insurance policy document which has all the terms and condition and all the fine print. You never got that. So how will you know what are you covered for and what you are not covered for, right? So you can complain to IRDAI, or if IRDAI somehow gets to know that such a bad practice or withholding of information has happened, it can take action against your insurance provider, right? At the same time, if you are coming up for a claim, there are certain defined service level agreements, SLAs, right? If the insurance company is not providing you certain service within those SLAs or within a certain timeline, within a prescribed number of days or weeks or months, again, you can approach IRDAI and it will help to set things right. It also has a regulatory function. So as I said, issuing and renewing of licenses to insurance companies, intermediaries, and insurance agents. It also conducts exams. Like one exam that I can tell you about is the IC38, the code of the exam, right? It is for becoming an insurance advisor or insurance agent in India. Without that exam, without appearing for it and clearing it, you cannot be employed with any insurance company as an agent, right? And you have to have that exam cleared, or otherwise you are unauthorized and you are dealing with insurance and telling people about it. If you are at all employed by any of the insurance organizations, that would be highly irregular and you should not do that, right? Before you have gone through certain exams, cleared those, you have fulfilled the basic criteria, right? Basic thing is, what is even common sense is that you should know what you are talking about, right? Now, what are the various types of insurance? So I already told you some. There can be life insurance, which provides financial protection to the policyholders' beneficiaries. Generally, we buy it, we name a nominee. That nominee can be our father, mother, wife, husband, son, daughter, any relative, any close, near and dear one, right? In the event of our death, that person will get some fixed amount and that will help them cope up with our loss. Definitely, the life of a person cannot be replaced, it is irreplaceable, but having some monetary cushion, some monetary help can help you deal with unforeseen financial obligations in a better way, right? Same thing for health insurance. It helps to cover medical expenses incurred by the insured individual or their family. Sometimes we have some savings, 2 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh, 50,000, whatever amount of money, we can have that, right? But diseases don't knock your doors and tell you about that, hey, this is the worry that's going to come your way in the next few days. No, there can be a disease which will suck your bank accounts dry. It will leave you without any sort of emergency fund. Everything will be spent, all money is gone. So in that case, it's better if you have an insurance policy, health insurance, which can give you at least some cushion, right, before you need to kind of dip into your emergency funds. There's also auto insurance. So in case of accident, theft, or damage to a vehicle, you can use this insurance policy and you can get your vehicle repaired, or you can be compensated for the loss that you have suffered. There's also the homeowner's insurance. So if you are a house owner, if you have a property, you can protect against perils like fire, theft, vandalism. Vandalism is basically someone defaces your property, breaks something, changes its look and feel, or basically degrades it. Okay. Natural disasters also, so earthquakes, floods, thunderstorms, all of these can damage property. You can protect against that with insurance. Travel insurance, as we already discussed in the beginning of the video, if there are executives of a company or even a private individual who's going for some journey, some movement, some transport, they can opt for travel insurance. We recently had the triple train collision incident in Odisha, right, in June 2023. So we are all aware of how devastating those events can be. We are also aware that these days when we are booking a train ticket on IRCTC, right, for Indian Railways, we have an option to opt for a travel insurance. It is something like 35 or 25 paisa per person. And with that, if any untoward incident happens, you can be compensated. Compensation can be as high as 10 lakh rupees in case of death of the person, and even they provide you some allowance for the transport of mortal remains of any of your relatives if they are caught up in an event like that, right? Again, God forbid, don't wish it on anyone, but insurance will provide you some cushion in those cases as well. So definitely we can understand the importance here, right? Pet insurance, we have a lot of furry friends. You can all be dog lovers, cat lovers, rabbit lovers, whichever pet you most like or whichever pet you have, you will definitely be attached to them. And they are also living beings. They are kind of exposed to various expenses, various veterinary visits, medical treatment, surgeries, which may require some expense to be done, right? So these were the basics of the insurance industry. What does the insurance industry look like? Which are the major players? Why you should opt for such a job? What's the lucrative aspect of it? How does it help you? How it can be recession proof? Who is the regulatory authority? We talked about IRDAI, right? And then we have talked about the types of life insurance, basically types of insurance: life, health, auto, homeowners, and so on and so forth, right? There are literally n number of insurance policies which can come into play. It all depends on how is the risk being assessed and how is the risk mitigation being done. Risk mitigation here is nothing but that premium which you will be required to pay if you opt for such a policy. So this was the discussion. I will be releasing another part of this discussion, right? We will take it forward in terms of what are the recent innovations in the insurance industry, who are the major players, what are the some terminologies regarding insurance. I talked about endorsements, I talked about third party administrators. So definitely we should have an understanding of that as well. What does the claims process look like, and what can be the way forward, right? So we'll talk about all of those in the next part of this discussion. For now, I leave you with all this information. If anything, you have questions, you have queries, you have comments, you want to put something up for discussion, definitely you can use the comment section below and we can dive right into it. I'll be providing answers to each and every comment, right? So you can reach out, you can also email me, right? You can definitely interact with the channel. You can like this video because it helps the channel, it helps our visibility, it helps the channel grow, right? So this is what I leave you with. I hope this was an informational video for you. I'll come up with a second part to this, how to crack the interview for account manager or relationship manager in insurance industry. Not only limited to the big players, but also to the startups, the insurtech organizations that are popping up these days. So yeah, that's the video. Stay tuned for the next part. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel, right? Like the video, comment on it, share your thoughts, and please, please, please do subscribe to the channel. Thank you. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you again in the next video. Thank you.